Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to perform CRUD operations into Google Drive, like create, read, update, delete, using an image, but instead of image you can use whatever you feel like a text file or whatever, in Flutter Android. So let's get started. I have already made a video about this. Also we will be using Credential Manager. Now how is this different from the video which I made previously? In the previous video I was using concept of FileID. So suppose if I upload something to Google Drive, then I will get a FileID back to Flutter side. Now with the help of that FileID I can read, update and delete that particular thing. But you have to take care of that FileID, either store it on the server side or store it inside your app. If you store it inside your app, if the user uninstalls the app, the FileID is lost. So in this case, in this video I will show you how to perform those operations without a FileID as well, but as long as you remember the name of the file. So the name of the file can be the same for all users, right? Irrespective, because they have their own Google Drive, so we don't have to remember much. We can just hard code that file name inside our application itself. So but we can't hard code the file ID for all users because it is different for all users. Anyways, let's get started. First you will have to come to Google Cloud Console because we have to generate API key for this, I mean the client ID as well, because we are using Credential Manager. So first you can just click on select a project. I have already created a Flutter project. This is my Flutter project. I'll come back to the code later on. First we have to generate the key, so just click on new project, give your project whatever name you feel like. I'll just click on create. So let's just wait for the project to finish. So here is my project. I'll just select the project, then go click on API and services, enable API and services, then click on again enable API and services. Then here we just search for Google Drive. I will select this, I will enable this. Okay, so it is enabled. Now I will click on credentials, click create credentials, click on API key. We are not really using this API key, but I like to create it any which ways. So let it create the API key. So it has created it. I'll close it. Then I'll click on create credentials, OAuth client ID, click on configure consent screen, then select external, click create, and here you can give it some name. I will just give it as my app. Okay, support email, so this is my email ID. You can upload your app logo, app domain as well, and here we have to write our own email address. So I'll just close this. I'll just add my email address. Okay, now I'll click on save and continue. Then here you can just click again on save and continue. Now here we have to add some test users. This is because we have not we have not deployed our app to Google Play Store yet. Once you deploy your Google Play Store app to Google Play Store, then you can remove these test users, but you also need to tell Google Cloud Console that I have deployed my app to Google Play Store. But I am not deploying this in this particular tutorial, so I will add some test users. Using these users only I can test all these CRUD operations for Google Drive, because I need to sign in first. So whatever test users you are adding over here, make sure you use that particular user only. So I will just add one test user. Sorry, cancel. I'll click on add, click on add again, and here you can see my user has been added. Now if you want, you can add multiple users as well. I'll click on save and continue, then click on back to dashboard. Now suppose if you're publishing your app, you will have to click on the publish app as well, but I'm not publishing my app to Google Play Store, so I'll ignore it. Again I'll just click on or credentials. Here I have to click on create credentials, OAuth client ID, select application as Android. Then we have to enter our package name. So for that you can go to the Android folder, go to app, go to build.gradle, scroll up, and this is my package name. So I'll just copy it and I'll just paste it over here. Now I need to generate the SHA-1 certificate. So for that, the easiest way according to me is just open this Android folder which we have inside Android Studio, because it is a little bit different depending on whether you are trying to do it for debug key or for release key. So I'll just open this. Okay, now this will take a little bit of time, so be patient. So if you see at the top, again ignore this, you might not have this code. I'll show you the code later on. Just concentrate on this part. So this is one of the way to generate a SHA-1, but I would recommend using this way only for release key. So suppose once you have generated your release key while deploying it to Google Play Store, you just have to replace this path with your release key store, this alias name with your release name, and the store password with your release password, and this key password as well with release password. But for now, for debug purposes, I will be using this particular command. So this will give me the SHA-1 for debug one. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this, I'll open my terminal of Android Studio. Okay, now I will just paste this particular command, I'll click enter. It will give me the SHA-1. Again, this is for debug key. Once you are deploying it to Google Play Store, you have to generate it again and update it in Google Cloud Console as well. So again, I'll just scroll up. So this is the debug APK which I'm using. So I'll just copy this SHA-1, copy it, and I'll paste it over here. If you want, you can verify the ownership as well. I'll just click on create. So this client ID is pretty much useless, but we have to create the Android client ID. For Android, I don't know why they have done this, we have to use the web client ID. So again, I'll click on web application, I'll click on create, and this is the client ID which we will be using. So you copy this client ID and paste it somewhere. So you can keep it wherever you feel like. I'll just put it inside my main.dart file. Later on we will be using it. Okay, so I'll just paste it like this. Here is the output. Sorry, I have blurred the output for just a minute. I will click on this login button, and now I will have to select the Brave Evidence email ID because that's what I added as a test user. So I'll just select that and I will log in using that particular email ID. So I have already logged in. You will have to click on this get permission button because before doing any type of CRUD operation, we require the permission from Google Drive. So I'll just click on this get permission button. Now here it is saying me that permission is already granted because I tested this before recording this video. That's why it is not showing me the pop-up dialog. But for you, firstly you will see this particular pop-up dialog because we haven't deployed our app to Google Play Store. Here you will have to click on continue. Once that is done, you will see another pop-up from Google Drive telling you what all permission this app needs. There you will have to click on allow as well. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Then here is my Google Drive. As you can see, it is empty at the start. Then I will just click on create folder and it should just create a folder for me. So this is our toast message, and if I just refresh here, okay, sorry, I was inside the bin folder. Here you can see it has created the folder and it is empty. Okay, now I will just click on upload file in folder. I will select the first image and hopefully this should get uploaded uploaded to our folder. Okay, so it is uploaded, and if I just here you can see the image has been uploaded. Okay, then I will again click on upload file. Now this file will be uploaded outside the folder, so I'll just select the second image and I will just go to Google Drive. Okay, it has been uploaded. I'll just refresh and here you can see, so this is the image. Sorry, not this, this is the image. Unfortunately, like even the folder images are getting displayed over here. This is like a Google Drive thing. Now what I'll do, I'll just click on read folder. In read folder, I'm not really doing anything, I'm just printing it to the logs. So I'll just click on read folder, and here you can see this is our image and this is the ID for it. I'm not really much doing anything. Then you will have to click on read file in folder. So I'll just click on read file in folder. So the image which has been uploaded to our folder will get read, and here you can see I'm displaying it inside the image view as well. Sorry, the image view is very small. Then I will click on read file, and it should read the image which has been uploaded outside the folder. So here you can see this is the image. Now I will click on update file. I won't click on update folder, because for update file and update file in folder I'm still looking for the older this image, this folder name, okay, my folder. So I will just click on, first I will click on update file, which is outside the, anyways outside the folder. So I'll just select the third image which I have, and hopefully it should get uploaded. So if I just refresh, and if I try to not this one, sorry, this one, here you can see it has been uploaded. If you want, you can read it again. And then I'll click on update file in folder, and I'll just select the fourth image which I have, and hopefully that should get also updated. So I'm just displaying a toast message, okay. So if I go to my folder, and if I just select this image, okay, I need to refresh, just select it. Here you can see the image has been updated. Now I will click on update folder. Okay, come over here, I'll click on update folder, and it will just update the folder name. So if I go back to home, here you can see it has updated the folder name. Now for deleting part, I'm still looking for the folder name as my folder, but it is now my new folder. So I'll just delete all this, okay, manually. Then I'll just show you the delete functionality. Move to bin, okay. So again I'll go here, over here I'll just click on create folder. So that is done. Then I'll click on upload file in folder. So I'll just select the first image. Sorry, the output is little laggy because I'm mirroring my device. Then I'll click on upload file as well as select the second image. So if you see over here, we should see everything been created again. Then what I will do is I will click on delete file first. So it should delete the file which is present outside our folder. So if I just refresh, here you can see that has been deleted. Next I will click on delete file in folder. So it should delete the image which is present inside our folder. So if I just refresh now, here you can see that image has been deleted as well. And now to delete the folder, I'll just click on delete folder. So okay, that has also been deleted, and if I refresh, here you can see it has been deleted. So yeah, that's it for the output. Now let's look at the code. So firstly, I have added this particular import inside our main.dart file. So I have just opened that, and here you can see rest everything is same. I have just refactored this homepage widget. So it is a stateful widget. We have created a method channel called drive platform, and user email is empty at the start. Once the user has logged in, then this variable will be updated. And this, I have taken this uint 8 list image data. So whenever we read any image, we get it back from native side. So we just update this particular variable as well. So if you see over here, firstly I have taken a row. Inside that we have this login button. On click of it, we just call this login method. The implementation will be written on the native Android side, and you will have to use the same identifier, same for method channel, same for method name, all the method names which I have written. So once we get the email, we just update this variable. Same for logout. I haven't shown you logout, but I have just written the code in case if you are interested. Then for getting the permissions, so here you can see we are invoking this method. Then for creating a folder, we call the create folder method, and we pass whatever email we have received. Like you can't perform all this CRUD operation without getting the user email as well as without getting the permission. Your app will crash, so you make sure you have the proper checks as well. Then for upload in folder, so we are just taking the user email. The file which is picked, I have written native code for it because I was trying to use the image picker plugin. Whenever I tried to integrate with this my project, I was facing a pigeon related issue. I think that library is implemented using the pigeon API, so I couldn't really figure it out. I don't know why it was happening. That's why I'm not passing the image URL, but in case if it works for you, you can use that way as well, and you can pass the image URL just like I'm passing the email. But in my case, once this particular method is called, first I open the image picker, get the image URI, and then call the actual upload function. Same for upload file as well. This will upload the file outside the folder. This is for reading. Again, we just pass the email, and this is the method name. This is for reading file in folder, again same method name, we are passing the email. This is for reading file outside the folder, so this is the method name, this is our email, and we get the image, we just assign it to our image data, same over here as well. Then for deleting, we just call delete folder, pass the email. Then the delete file in folder, again we get the email, we pass it over here. Then for delete file as well, we get the we just call this method and pass the email of the user. The next thing which we have to do for update, so here we can see we just call update folder, pass the email. Update file in folder, call the method and pass the email. Update file, call the method, pass the email. And here I have just added one check, if image data not equal to null, then only show this image, otherwise don't show the image. Okay, then what we will have to do first is go to the Android folder, go to app, build.gradle, scroll down, and here firstly you have to, inside this Android folder which we have, so this Android section or Android block, you have to add these two things. Make sure you don't forget this. If you don't add this, your app will not compile. This is something related to the Google Drive dependency which we will be adding, so that's why make sure you add this too. Then inside dependencies, we have these three dependencies are for sign in with Google using Credential Manager, and this last three dependencies are for Google Drive API. Now if you want to check whatever is the latest version for Google Drive, you can go to this, for this particular API, and go to this URL, sorry, this one, for checking the latest version for this. So once this is done, go to src main android manifest.xml and make sure you add the internet permission over here. Once you have added the internet permission, go to Kotlin main activity.kt, and here you can see that I have firstly added a lot of imports, so I'll simply scroll through this. Make sure you pause the video. First you will have to copy the imports. It's better you copy my imports, because if you try to do your own imports, there is a high chance there are multiple imports for the same thing and you might take the wrong import. So make sure you copy all this import. Here are this all the steps for Google Cloud Console as well as the documentation. If you are curious, you can check more on that. Then I have just refactored this Flutter activity to Flutter fragment activity. This is a method channel which helps us to send data back to Flutter side. This is the Google ID option for Google sign in. This is our email variable. Then here I have added 4 variables just to check whether we are uploading in folder, uploading outside folder, because here if you see the photo picker, we are using the same logic irrespective of what you are trying to do, whereas you are trying to upload it or whether you are trying to update it. So I need to know from where we are exactly calling this. That's why I have created this 4 variable, but yeah, you can find a better way. So this is my app name, this is the image name, this is the folder. Here you can see I have hard coded it, but yeah, you can use it whatever you feel like. Then whenever the image picker code is called, like whenever I'm trying to upload, these things get called first. So once the user picks an image, we get the URI, and depending on what exactly which method is called, I make this all these variables true or false depending on that, and then just call the appropriate method. So upload file in folder, upload just file, update file, and update file only. Okay, this I will come back later on. Then just override this configure Flutter engine. We create our credential manager, we define our method channel. Then this is the login method. Now I have already made a separate video about login with credential manager. I'm not going into details of this, but this is the code for it. Here make sure don't use my server client ID. Whatever you have copied from Google Cloud Console, make sure you paste it over here. My server ID will not work for you, or client ID, sorry, server client ID. Then here is our get credential request, and once we get the result, we call this handle sign in method. So I will just show you that method as well. So I'll have to scroll down a little. So here you can see this is the handle sign in, and for the use case is this. So once we have the Google ID token, we just get the Google ID token, and we just pass the Google ID token, and here you can see you can get lot of other things. So the ID which you see is actually the email. This is bad naming from their side. This is the display name, profile picture, URI. There are a lot other things as well, but here you can see once I get the email ID, I send it back to Flutter side. So that's what this code is all about. So yeah, this entire method. Next, again I'll just scroll up, then we come to log out. So here you can see this is the simple code for logging out. Then for getting permission, so first we define what permission we need. then we just use this identity.get authorization client. If you are doing it for the very first time, then the callback will come over here. So it will come over here, this particular part, and if the user gives you the permission, then you will come over here. If not, then you will fail. Suppose if the user already have a permission, and if he clicks on the get permission button again, then he will just come over here, access already granted. Okay, so here we are basically calling that particular intent at the top which we had created. Then for creating a folder, I have created a method which I will show you shortly. We are just getting the email, and here you can see upload in folder. We are basically launching the photo picker, and from that photo picker, this is true, then call the appropriate method. Same for upload as well, that's what I'm doing over there. This is for reading the folder. I'll show you all this method later on. This is for reading file in folder, this is for reading file, this is for delete, this is for delete file in folder, this is for delete file, this is for update folder, this is for update file in folder, this is for update file. So handle sign in I have already shown you, so I'll simply scroll through this. So this is for create folder. Now whatever methods I will show you, this entire part, this part will be common for everyone. So you have to create a credential, pass the email ID, get the selected account, and then create a Google Drive service. Now for this we have to create a folder, right? So we will have to create a Google Drive folder. So that's what I'm doing it over here, and then we are just creating it, and once it is created, I'm just displaying a toast message. Similarly for upload file, this is boilerplate code which I just told you. So here so this as well. Okay, and here whatever the image URI we have, we convert it to an image file. I'll show you this method in a bit, but once that is done, we just set some query to what folder name which we want to upload it to, and then we just set the spaces and set the field as well. Once we get the folder, here you can see, because I don't have the folder ID, right, then with the help of the name I'm getting the folder ID over here. Then we just get the file metadata, then create a file content out of it, and then upload the file, and once that is done, we just display a toast message, and this is for failure. Then uploading just file, again same thing. This is boilerplate code. We convert the image URI to a file. This is also boilerplate, and then we convert it to a Google Drive file, and once that is done, we just upload it, and then we display a toast message. Similarly for upload file in folder only, update file in folder only, again this is boilerplate code. Once that is done, we find the folder name where we want to upload it. Once we have it, we just find that particular file by passing the image name and as well as the folder ID, and then we get the result file. If it is not equal to null, then whatever you have selected, we convert it to URI first, to an image file first, and then just replace the existing file with our new file, and then display a toast message. Then update file only. So again, this is the boilerplate code. We just get the particular file with the image name. Once we have it, and if it is not equal to null, whatever newly you have selected, we just replace it over there. So that's what we are updating over here, and we display a toast message. Then we read the folder. Again same thing, this is boilerplate code. We just get the folder name and start reading it, and if we are able to find the folder, we just get the folder ID. Then we read the contents with the help of the folder ID, and whatever we have, we just log it to the console. Then for reading the file, again same, this boilerplate code. This is our folder name. Then we get that particular thing, result. From the result, we check if folder not equal to null. If no, then get the folder ID, then get the folder contents, then loop over it. If that is also not equal to null, and if the file.name is equal to the image name, then only we perform the execution and send the result back to Flutter side. Then reading just the file, again same boilerplate code over here. This is our result, this is our files, this is the file ID, this is the byte array output stream, and we just send the result back to Flutter side. Then this is for deleting the folder. Again the same thing, we create the credential, Google Drive space service. Okay, then get the results of the files, and if it is present, we just delete the particular folder and resend a success message. Deleting file in folder, again the same boilerplate code. If the folder exists, Then if it is not equal to null, then we get the folder ID, then we pass the file name, and if we have those files, then we just delete all those files and display a toast message, success message. Similarly for deleting file as well, again the same boilerplate code, and here is our result. Once we have that, we check if files is not equal to empty. If we have that file, then we just delete it and display a toast message. Now for updating folder name only, again the same boilerplate code, getting that particular folder, if it is not equal to null, getting that folder ID, and then we just update the metadata and send the toast message back. Then this is the method for converting URI of an image to a particular file, so you can just copy paste it. And this is getting the file extension from the URI. So again, I have created an boilerplate for this, and this is for copying string. So this is useful whenever we are trying to send image back to Flutter side. So yeah, that's it. I'll again simply scroll through this. In case if you are confused, feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.